and up and up and up and up and up. I have to always press up because my record button is home, and when I press home, it goes all the way down. Probably gonna change the button in the future. But what's going on, guys? This is Jason of Auglitical. I swim through politics so you don't drown too. I'm just a man trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. Did you miss me? I apologize. I'm literally waiting for a new page in my life, and I'm at the very edge before we could turn this page, and yet the page hasn't turned just yet. So probably in another week or two, I will be uploading more frequently, so get ready for that. But I'll leave you guys with this. I covered a story like this not so long ago where you had a young woman get fatally attacked by a male, and it's just tragic, and it seems to be happening more and more frequently. And these stories bother me because it's so goddamn senseless in my eyes. I find it senseless, and I know that there's people who sit there and they say, "Oh, you're always bashing women. You don't care about women. You hate women." If I hated women, I wouldn't. This wouldn't bother me. Stories like this wouldn't bother me. I would just continue bashing women. It's not the case at all. I just hate stupid shit. Universally, I just hate dumb shit, and this is dumb. So let's get into it. Off the New York Post, NYC brute who gunned down teen girl for refusing his advances sentenced the victim as victim's mom left broken beyond words. An enraged Lothario, what? An enraged Lothario convicted of gunning down a 17-year-old girl. Hold on, Lothario. Why does that sound like a fucking vampire, bro? What does that mean? Lothario. How do you say it? Lothario.
Lothario.
Lothario, a man who behaved selfishly and irresponsibly in his sexual relationships with women. Okay. And you know what? If you're good looking enough, a lot of women will go for you. It doesn't even matter. Anyway, an enraged Lothario convicted of gunning down a 17-year-old girl who turned down his sexual advances at a Brooklyn party was sentenced to 15 years in prison. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. He has less time than the age of the person that he murdered. That's crazy. And it's over something stupid. I can't even say I'm guessing it. I know it's over something stupid because I glanced into it. It's over something stupid. But let's get into it. Javon Duncan, 24, was sentenced. So he's gonna be 30, 39, or probably like 36, because you know he's not gonna do the full 15 years for good behavior, right? He's not gonna do the full 15 years unless he does something stupid in the prison. He's not gonna do the full 15 years. And what does that say? What does that say? I can kill somebody and do the 15. I don't care. Because here's the thing: you only get 15 years for. You think that the gun that he owned was illegal? It's New York City. You're not supposed to have a gun in New York City. Remember that? 15 years for taking a person off this earth. Okay. Javon Duncan, 24, was sentenced Tuesday for the senseless killing in 2022 of Raylan Cameron, who he shot once in the chest at a 2022 party, then left her to die. The senseless shooting took the life of a young woman with a bright future, Kings County District Attorney Eric Gonzalez said. Today's sentence holds the defendant accountable for his action is a measure of justice for the victim's grieving family. Duncan was convicted in March on charges of manslaughter. During an emotional victim impact statement, Cameron's mother, Cassandra Adams, asked that no mercy be spared, who she said callously took a diamond, a gem, a powerful force from her family. Where's the father? Was the father present? Every single time that something like this happens, I always point out that the father, there's no statements from the father or whatever. You never really see where the fathers are in this situation. I just gotta say it's very weird. It's very weird. He probably was there, and I'm probably jumping to conclusions, but all right. Since the senseless crime, I have been broken beyond words. Not even a guilty verdict can heal the pain that I will endure for the rest of my life, the mother said. And those feelings are valid. She's absolutely right. I never dreamed of being rich, as I was already rich with having my children, she said, explaining how her beautiful, smart, intelligent, dancing diva of a daughter will never be able to grow up to become the phenomenal woman I raised her to be. Please consider all the consequences and the suffering that we, as the victims and families of the victims, have gone through and continue to go through just because this grown adult made a bad decision. Duncan, 22 at the time, approached Cameron at a party in East New York on October 2022 and hit on her, but she rebuffed him and told him to suck my dick. Oh no, it's one of these fucking girls. You know, everything that she literally just said goes right out the window. Everything that she literally just said about smart, intelligent, beautiful goes right out the window. She didn't deserve to die. Absolutely not. I'm not advocating for it. This guy is a complete shit stain. Period. Nobody, no woman deserves to die just because she tells a man no, no matter which way she says it. If she laughs at him or she makes him feel small and pathetic, no woman deserves to die at the hands of no fucking person because they turned them down. But I can still acknowledge that there is nothing intelligent, nothing beautiful, nothing smart about a woman sitting there and telling another human being to suck their dick. That is so unladylike. And the thing is, the girls who do that, the reason why they, and I'm gonna just throw this out there. Anybody who wants to rebuke me or whatever the fuck it is on it, I feel like I don't feel. I know that telling somebody to suck your dick is like the Wild West. Somebody walking up to you and slapping you with their gloves, like taking off their gloves and slapping you in the face, right? That is a bigger disrespect sign than somebody calling you a nigga in the hood. That I'm just when there are people who literally say that because they want to fight. They want to do like they want to go that route. And they'll say that, right? Telling another man, first and foremost, another black man to suck your dick, right? First and foremost, you can't be seen as weak in the hood or in the city, as it's called, right? You can't be seen as weak. It's already bad enough that people already overlook black males, Spanish males, all that other shit. So when a woman does this, when a girl tells a man to suck their dick, what they're trying to do is they're trying to emulate these weak boys, right? They're not men. A man doesn't invite another man to their genitals. No man does that. That is a boy. That is a boy who was not raised right. And women will sit there and they'll try to emulate that because they, in their eyes, they see that as strength, right? And the thing is, it's so crazy because a lot of these girls grow up where men will halt before hitting a woman. Most men halt before hitting a woman. I've seen men literally get swung on by girls. And even me, somebody who sits there and goes, a man should not put his hands on a woman. I'm like, damn, motherfucker, you should slam on her neck at this point. She already swung on you 4 times. And I'm all for not hitting women, getting away from the situation if that's the point. If that's the point, the relationship is over, just get the fuck away. But you get what I'm saying? A lot of men don't they try their best not to disrespect women. And even if they do, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. You beat a woman, you're a pussy. You don't fight against a woman, you're a pussy. So you don't win. But then they'll run into a fucking asshole like this fucking this what is his name? Javon Duncan or whatever the hell it is, or the guy who stabbed the girl in front of the bodega recently and killed her. They run into savages like this. Right? These guys who are weak. And this shit happens. It's really sad, and it shouldn't be this way. We should teach our children better than this. This apparently enraged Duncan, so he whipped out a pistol and shot the teen through the chest and ran off, prosecutors said. Prior to the killing, Duncan had pointed his gun to at least one other young woman while switching the weapon safety on and off, the DA said. His behavior was so egregious that attendees asked him to put his gun away and warned him that he was being dangerous, prosecutors claimed. Yo, man, you're being dangerous, man. Well, no, because there's a bunch of black people. Yo, nigga, put the gun away, nigga. And again, party over. Party over. Party over at that point. Party's not over. You get the fuck out of there. You have somebody who has a piece at the party, right? You got somebody who has a piece at the party. I would want nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that party First and foremost, have you guys ever been to a party in the hood? I could already tell you the party's lame. It's one of these bootleg ass parties. Ain't no food. It's nothing but liquor. So you better eat before you get there, cause you gonna get alcohol poison. You gonna be sick as shit. It's dark. It's probably hot as fuck, right? Eh. You got people who are under the influence. Man, listen. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is terrible. And for the guy, I like we're raising weak men. We're raising weak men. I ain't raising a weak man, but these are weak men, and you got women try to emulate them, and this shouldn't have happened. And it's terrible. And 15 years is way too fucking low. It's way too fucking low for some shit like that. He's gonna be out when he's like 37. Today's sentence holds it. So, Royal Pat Ratlock says, today's sentence holds a defiant accountable for his actions and is a measure of justice for the victim's grieving family. Did she really say that with a straight face? Raylan will never take a breath again. Why should he? Open Pocket says career criminal gets 15 years for murder. Rejoice. Yeah, that's another thing. I read it on my phone. Another article that I can't pull it up on my computer because it keeps trying to force me to go look into ads, right? But this guy at 24 he's already been arrested multiple times for really irresponsible behavior. And he's only getting 15 years. He gets out at 37. What's to say that he doesn't go and hound another woman later on in life? 37, he's still able-bodied. You think a 37-year-old won't do stupid shit? I see people doing stupid shit at the age of 50, 60, all the time. You really think he's going to learn something from this? You think he's going to be reformed? It is a completely different crime when somebody's being fucking senseless and is clicking off and on their gun, they're clicking on and off the safety of a gun at a party multiple times than a person walking down the street who has never committed a crime and he's in a bad neighborhood and he defends himself. It is a completely different crime. Those are two completely different things. And yet, right now, what this is saying is you will get 15 years. You will get 15 years if you take somebody off this planet. If you take somebody off this earth. Are you willing to do 15 years? There you go. There you go. 15 years. And on Facebook, not Facebook, on Twitter, of course Twitter, you got the fucking black girls sitting there going, oh, if this was a white girl, this would be this would be a much longer sentence. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Tribalistic people are so narrow-minded, it's crazy. Rational Man says, every day, stories like this nationwide by the same group of people, animals. Probably avoid them. How can we rid the nation of these people? You know, I'm seeing more and more comments like that, and it sucks. It really does suck because now you have people being openly racist, but at this point, I don't know, man. I'd rather people be openly racist towards blacks than sit there and not have no self-preservation skills. If that's what it takes, if that's what it takes, I mean, if that's what it takes, I'm not saying fucking everybody should be racist towards blacks, but if that's what it takes for them to have some type of knowledge of, hey, maybe your black people are not fucking not cuddle bears. Maybe some of them were dangerous. I don't know, man. 15 years will be 10 years. Seem too little. They should bring back hard labor. His cellmates will be doing hard labor on him, whatever. He won't be having fun when inmates find out what he's in for. Sure, 15, but 15 years is getting his buns pounded for sure. Whatever, man. When you find out that prison isn't that fucking, a lot of prisons aren't that fucking bad. Like, you've seen prisons that can be bad, of course. There's bad things that happen in prisons, and other times it's not as bad as they always make it seem. Every day, day in and day out, all day long, it's always them over and over again. And they never run out of euphemisms. I can't say that word for some reason now for them. Yeah, so there's something going on in the news, these new outlets, where they will never say that the person's black. Have you noticed this? They will never sit there and say that the person's black, though. I've seen articles where they sit there and they'll say the person's white if the offender's white in the article, but when it's a black person, they never say it's black. I even see an article where they didn't want to offend a black criminal in the article, so they put Legos for the faces of the people. Like Lego faces. Like they tried to pass a law to put Lego faces for the criminals. I shit you not. 15 years is a travesty of justice. He should do a minimum of 45. 15 years should be more like, oh, goddamn, 115 years? I mean, yeah, I guess. So, which 2 years of her life means nothing? That's the question I would like to ask the judge. She was 17. Her killer was only sentenced to 15 years. So, what the judge is saying is that her life was worth less than the actual years she lived. Tell us, your dishonor. Which 2 years of her life? God damn. His behavior was so egregious that attendees asked him to put his gun away and warned that he's being dangerous. Yes, because normally at the parties, the guns can stay out unless you're being agreed. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, if I was at that party, I'd have been like, nah, I'm out. I'd have been like, nah, I'm out. Nigga has a gun, which you can sit there and be like, oh, that's pussy if you leave. Yeah, alright, whatever, I'm out. There's no reason for me to be here. This party's lame anyway. There's no food. Fuck it. Man. 15 years. The guy that attacked Paul Pelosi just got 30. Oh. Oh, shit. Y'all remember that? Paul Pelosi and this guy was in a room and Paul Pelosi was, they were like both butt ass naked or some crazy shit like this? Totally senseless. This delinquent misfit kills this young, beautiful lady because she turned down his advances. A large portion of these younger generation males do not know how to approach or treat women. What did their mothers teach them? That's the fucking. Yo, listen, I'm sorry. Your favorite neighborhood misogynist is going to say it again. Where's the father? A man who is 24 years old and in New York that is at a party at 11 o'clock, and apparently this party or whatever the fuck that was happening, it was at a banquet. It was on the sixth floor of a building. I can't. I wish I could pull up the article, but I'm just remembering bits and parts of it. It was at a vacant apartment on the sixth floor somewhere. Because when the guy shot her, apparently him and somebody else carried her in an elevator all the way down to the lobby and left her there. He didn't just run off, they claimed. But apparently where the party was taking place in, you know what I'm saying? No man who is 24, who is worth his grain of salt, is going to a party at 11 o'clock walking around with a gun. That man ain't got shit going on for himself, and I guarantee you, he's working, but he's living with a family member. I'm just putting it out there like this. Again, you got these females trying to emulate these boys, thinking that it's a sign of strength and repeating their mannerisms. What did their mothers teach them? It's not their mothers. The mothers can only teach them so much. Where are the fathers? Where are the strong males in their lives? Whatever. Whatever. Maybe you learn respect for women from your father. See, there it is. I'm not bullshitting. I'm not saying that a mother can't do both. It's just harder. It's much harder. Much harder. There are some lessons that are much harder for women to do on their own. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.